Hello everyone. Is anyone present here? Hello, hello. Okay, whenever the first viewer will join, I will try to announce what is the what we are going to do today in our 2 hour study session. So basically, I had planned to kind of study my own stuff, but since I am going live with the study session and uh, so I have decided that I will be uh, discussing PB Shelley today from my notes from UGC Net. So, are you all? Do you agree with that? I should study my own stuff, or should I discuss PB Shelley in the live class? Anyone, please respond. Whoever is watching me, I think there is no one free right now at this point of time because I am not getting any response. Should I discuss PB Shelley today or should I just study whatever I want? Please respond in the chat box because right now I'm studying PB Shelley, so it will be easier for me to discuss about PB Shelley and and we can go ahead because these are the notes which I made for my UGC net, so it will be helpful for you people if I discuss this. So what I think is that I should discuss about PB Shelley today. So we will discuss from my notes. So PB Shelley, as you all know, was born in 1792 and he died in 1822. We will start with the biography of PB Shelley. So the full name of PB Shelley is Percy Bysshe Shelley, and he was one of the most important writer of Romantic period, and he is also known as second generation Romantic poet. And he was born in England, and he was also known as Mad Shelley. Mad Shelley because he used to speak his mind very fearlessly, and he had this violent rage in his poetry writing, and he was unlike Keats. He was very much expressive in his thought and his words. In 1810, Shelley was admitted to University College of Oxford, and there he was studying. And in as you all know, Shelley was expelled from Oxford for writing a piece which is very much violent in nature, and that piece name is I have written it somewhere. So let's leave it. So in 2010, in 1810, Shelley met Harriet Westbrook, and with whom he eloped, and he got married to Harriet Westwood in 1811. And after the after a few years, he met Mary Goldwyn, who was the daughter of William Godwin, and which she was later known as Mary Shelley, who was second wife of Shelley, and he was acting as a mentor to Mary Shelley, and then he eloped with her, and after falling in love, and then he was kind of a it was a kind of a second marriage of Shelley. And as we all know, Mary Shelley is famous for writing Frankenstein. So in 1816, he married Mary Godwin, after which she became Mary Shelley. If we talk about the famous work of P.B. Shelley, so in 1813, he wrote Queen Mab, which is a philosophical poem written in 9 cantos, and it is one of the most major work written by, like, it is a large work written by Shelley. In can you tell in the chat box which is the most important work written by Shelley in his lifetime? Like a poem which is read by all of us uh, in our graduation, post graduation days. Can you write down in the comment section? It is an ode. I'm giving you an hint. It is an ode. So please hurry up, write down in the comment section. So next work by P.B. Shelley is Alster, or its another name is The Spirit of Solitude, and it is one of the first major work by Shelley. And this title was suggested by Thomas Love Peacock to Shelley, and this poem is written in blank verse, and it is an allegorical condemning of self-centered idealism. So basically it is also philosophical in nature. Another most important work by Shelley is Leon and Sithna. Leon and Sithna is one of the most frequently asked question in NET or any PGT examination or any degree college examination. Another title, it was seen as a revolutionary poet, and another title of this poem is The Revolt of Islam. This poem is written in 12 cantos, and it follows the structure or the stanza form of Spenserian stanza. So, can you tell how many lines are there in Spenserian stanza? In comment section? Okay, no problem. Another important work written by Shelley is Cenci. It is a tragedy written in in 5 act, and it is a verse drama written by Shelley, and it is one of the most important question which is asked in NET examination, whether it is a poem or a, a drama. So it is a verse drama. So basically, you have to choose that it is a verse drama. The question which I asked right now, a few minutes back, that which is the most important work of P.B. Shelley. So most important work is of P.B. Shelley is Ode to the West Wind. So Ode to the West Wind was written in 1819 and it got published in 1820. It is the most celebrated work by Shelley, and the poem is a small poem, but a lot of question in a lot of examination is asked on daily on every exam, be it your set exam, be it your net exam, anything. So we will try to understand what is there in the poem, or just the basic gist of it. So this poem is written in iambic pentameter, and it is written in terza rima. Terza rima is 3 lines stanza, which is with rhyming scheme of A B A. So terza rima, this stanza form is often asked in examination. So if you are appearing for any of the examination, you must know that this poem is written in iambic pentameter, and the stanza form which is used in this is terza rima, which is 3 lines stanza with the rhyming scheme A B B A. So one of the a few of the important lines of this poem is, and it is often asked in the examination as well: "Oh, lift me a wave, a leaf, a cloud. I fell upon the thorn of life, I bleed." So this line is so important. I cannot emphasize enough on this line, that it is often asked in UGC NET every second or third year. And I have personally, when I attempted UGC NET, this question was asked in that very examination as well. So in order to remember that, how can we remember that this poem? Because we often get confused then whenever these kind of a line comes from, that whether it is a line from Ode to the Nightingale, or Ode to a Skylark, or Ode to the West Wind. So in order to understand, that whenever there is a mention of leaf, wave, thorn of life, I bleed. So how you have to remember that whenever breeze blows, the leaves blow with itself. So basically, whenever you there's a kind of a understanding you have to develop after reading the poem, and uh, okay, I will not tell about the mnemonic how you need to remember these lines from. Basically, if you read the poem again and again, you will realize that these lines are automatically you remember, because these are most one of the frequently used lines, and these lines considered have the gist of the poem. And one of the most important line which is asked from this poem is that if winters come, can spring be far behind? I remember whoever is watching this video, you need to understand that uh, if winters comes, can spring be far behind? This line is very important in the Ode to the West Wind, and it is one of the most. It is equally important as the other lines of the poems, but the this line is very philosophical in nature, and it can be used for writing answers in examinations as well. So if you learn these lines by heart, it will be great for you. So these were the important things that I had noted in uh, Ode to the West Wind. Another important poem or another important ode of Shelley is To a Skylark. So To a Skylark again was written in 1820, and it published in 1820 as in that year itself. And the most important line which is often asked in the examination from this poem is, our sweetest song are those that tells the saddest thought. So basically, in this poem, Shelley is addressing Skylark and how it is important for uh, or basically telling about the philosophical elements of life. And the most important line of this poem is, our sweetest songs are those that tell saddest thought. So you need to memorize this line. Another important work by Shelley is The Mask of Anarchy. It was published in 1832 posthumously, because Shelley died in 1822, and it was written on the occasion of Peterloo massacre. And this is also very important because it is asked in the uh, net examination. Another important work by Shelley is Posthumous Unbound. To Posthumous Unbound, Prometheus Unbound, and it got published in 1820, and it is again a lyrical drama. Lyrical drama is similar to that of a verse drama, and it got published in 1820. So we can say that 1820 is one of the most important year of Shelley's life, and it is a closet drama. So now my question to you all is that, what is a closet drama? And I will explain what is closet drama at the end of this session. Another important work by Shelley is The Triumph of Life. Triumph of Life is unfinished work by Shelley, and it is again written in terza rima. Terza rima is a 3-line stanza, and it is modeled on Petrarch's and Dante's uh, Divine Comedy, and it is often asked in the examination that which of the following is unfinished work by Shelley. So you have to tick the Triumph of Life. The another important work by Shelley is Necessity of Atheism. So Necessity of Atheism got published in 1811, the year after which he joined Oxford. And Necessity of Atheism is that work which got him expelled from Oxford. So it is again asked in the examination that which work is responsible for expelling of Shelley from Oxford. So that is Necessity of Atheism. Another important essay which is written by Shelley is A Defense of Poetry. So Defense of Poetry is a part of literary criticism. It is an essay written by Shelley, and it is talking about the four, you know, how poetry is important for our life, and he is a kind of defending poetry, and also he is saying that poets are the unacknowledged legislature of the world, and it is this work is written um, in response to his friend Thomas Love Peacock's The Four Ages of Poetry. So he wrote this work in defense of The Four Ages of Poetry, written by Thomas Love Peacock, and this work is influenced by Sidney and Plato, because Sidney he also wrote a work which is kind of a defending poetry. So that's all about Shelley. If you have any question, you can write down in the comment section here. So I'll just take this was a brief discussion about Shelley, and if you are interested in any other topic, you can write down. So I'll just take comments, whoever has written in the comment section. So this is Neat Mafia. Neat Mafia has written, "Where are you from?" I'm from India. Nice, ma'am. Good to see IIT people. Nice, ma'am. Good to see IIT people. Okay, thank you. Basically, where are you from, ma'am? I am from UP, Uttar Pradesh, and this is KD something. He or she is saying hi. So, hi everyone. You want me to answer any of the questions or queries regarding UGC NET, your English literature, or any career things which you want to ask in the comment section? Please do write it. I will answer it as soon as possible. So we are kind of a taken break, and also if you want to ask any question about PB Shelley, you can also ask. So basically we discussed basic work by PB Shelley, and also basic questions which can be asked in the examination. And also you can say which work I should discuss in my next session. Am I visible to everyone? Am I does my stream very okay, there's no comment. Should I end it? American literature, okay. So it is Satviki. We can have discussion about American literature maybe in next session, because I am planning to have kind of a study sessions on weekends, because I find time on weekends, and since I am unable to make any videos about the literature, so therefore, because editing takes a lot of time, so I have thought of going live and discuss whatever I want to discuss with you all. So in I can discuss about American literature next time, whenever we are meeting next time. Anything else? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. That's a very important question, and many people ask me, can you say strategies for studying constantly? Yes. basically, if you want to study, that is a, consistency in study becomes challenging for everyone at every stage of life. And if you say that whether I am consistent, I find that I am inconsistent in my work. So consistency is one of the most important thing. Another thing is that if you have targets, like if you have made a target, target like a day before, yours. Suppose today I make a target that I have to finish PB Shelley, I have to finish John Keats, I have to finish Charles Dickens. So I will read about these writers today and study, do questions the next day. So you have to make a target that I have to study these list of writers, and another day I have to solve these many questions. Like what I do is that I try to do 200 questions on my weekends whenever I find time, like random 200 questions related to literature. And whenever out of those 200 questions, if I don't know anything, I just write down on the piece of paper or diary which I maintain. And after doing the questions, I just go and read about those questions which and options which I don't know. So what you can say is that if you're fixing time, I'm personally, I don't believe in fixing a time for studying anything. सपोज एक फिक्स रूटीन मैं नहीं बनाती हूँ, एक कि मैं इतने बजे उठना है, इतने बजे सोना है, ये इतने घंटे पढ़ना है, क्योंकि वो बहुत कंस्ट्रेनिंग हो जाता है, बीच में आपका कोई काम आ गया तो आप नहीं कर पाओगे। तो इसलिए ऐसा टारगेट्स बनाओ कि even if getting minutes between doing something, you can utilize that time to achieve your target. Suppose मैंने कीट्स पढ़ने का टारगेट बनाया है, तो टारगेट कीट्स पढ़ने का इसलिए बनाया हमने, तो अगर हम कहीं ट्रैवल भी कर रहे हैं तो वी कैन रीड अबाउट कीट्स ऑनलाइन, फोन से पढ़ सकते हैं। वी कैन मेक और नोट्स अबाउट कीट्स बाय कॉपिंग द वो कॉपी करके एक फोल्डर बना लिया, फोन से ही पढ़ सकते हैं। इफ यू हैव डोंट हैव नोटबुक और लैपटॉप विथ यू, सो अगर डेली बेसिस पे ऐसे टारगेट्स बना के लेके चलोगे तो आपके लिए ये बहुत सही हो जाएगा कि आप टारगेट पे मीट कर रहे हो, आप अपना जो बीच बीच में जो काम आ जा रहा है उसकी वजह से आपका रूटीन गड़बड़ नहीं हो रहा है, टारगेट डिस्टर्ब नहीं हो रहा है। अनदर थिंग इज दैट डू नॉट फील बैड इफ यू आर अनेबल टू मीट टारगेट्स। आज जो टारगेट बनाया आज पूरा नहीं हो पाया, तो यू कैन टेक दैट टारगेट टू द नेक्स्ट डे। ओके, डू नॉट लीव इट इनकम्प्लीट, बिकॉज इससे क्या होगा कि आपको हर दिन एक फीलिंग आएगी कि हाँ मैंने इतना कंप्लीट कर दिया, एंड दैट feeling of accomplishing something and that feeling of completing something is very important, because अगर कोई टास्क को आप इनकम्प्लीट छोड़ देते हो तो ऐसा लगता है कि आपने कुछ कंप्लीट नहीं किया, आप अचीव नहीं कर सकते, आपका जो सेल्फ बिलीव होता है वो धीरे धीरे खत्म होने लगता है। सो कोई फिक्स स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं होती है किसी काम को। टारगेट बनाओ, सिलेबस देखो पहले, टारगेट बनाओ उसके हिसाब से, एंड try to achieve that target that very day anyhow. Do whether you're sitting for whether you're not sitting for 8 hours on the table, whether you are sitting for 8 hours on the table, it hardly matters. Okay, so there is another question. Then sister, what do we do on rainy days when you feel mentally low and drained and feel motivation? Oh, exactly. So you will not feel motivated every day and every time. So what you need to do is mechanically do things what you need to do. जैसे एक ड्यूटी होता है कि करना ही है तो करना ही है, उसके लिए कोई मोटिवेशन की जरूरत नहीं है। जैसे हम स्कूल में जाते थे तो हमें 7 बजे स्कूल जाना है तो जाना है, उसके लिए कोई मोटिवेशन हो या ना हो ये हमारे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था। सो व्हेन यू हैव टू अचीव योर टारगेट, और कोई बड़ा एग्जाम क्रैक करना है आपको, कोई अच्छी चीज अचीव करनी है, तो आपको डेली मोटिवेशन आपको नहीं रहेगा। उस समय आपका मोटिवेशन की जगह आपकी डिसिप्लिन काम आएगी कि आपने अगर 200 क्वेश्चंस का टारगेट बनाया है तो 200 क्वेश्चन करना है तो करना है, वो वाली फीलिंग आना चाहिए। एक a feeling of passion should be developed to crack any examination। एक पैशन के साथ, एक हैप्पीनेस के साथ आप किसी एग्जाम को अप्रोच करोगे तो इट विल लीड टू क्रैकिंग ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन। यू विल नॉट feel motivated every day. Someday you are going to cry, someday you are going to feel कि ये प्रिपरेशन कहीं नहीं जा रहा, मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, but those days you have to work and then only you'll be able to achieve the target. A very important line I'm able to remember from I was watching Sunil interview, and there he said, you're you're feeling happy, work. You're feeling sad, work. You're feeling demotivated, work. If you're feeling low, work. So work is the only thing that will give you ultimate happiness. And motivation, you always don't look for motivation. You have to develop passion for it. Okay. Now another question. I lost net December for with 6 months, but the thanks. So yeah, no problem. Failure is a part of our journey. Like I appeared for net 5 times, and 2 times I was not able to clear net. So it's okay. Failure is the part of it. Take it as a learning, step. आप देखो कि आप उससे सीख रहे हो, और आप उससे आपको देखना चाहिए कि उसमें क्या गलतियां आपने करी। Just make note of those things. And also one more thing that I want to tell it to the net aspirants, that reading only, making notes, reading won't help you crack examination. You have to solve previous year question paper, no matter where you are in your preparation. अगर आप preparation में आपने आज ही स्टार्ट किया है, तो मैं ये कहूंगी कि एटलीस्ट 15 क्वेश्चंस आप डेली करो। अगर प्रिपरेशन आज आपने स्टार्ट किया है एंड यू आर अ बिगिनर, यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग, डू क्वेश्चंस। Questions are the guiding path of your selection. Otherwise there are a lot of informations in literature. कितना पढ़ोगे, कितना याद रखोगे, and what question will come, how will you know? So it is very much important for you to solve question even if it's first day of your preparation, and also if even if it is last day of preparation. If you have to appear for exam tomorrow, you have to do question or you have to do mocks today, and you don't have to be disheartened by अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है. The beauty of net examination is that you can do guesswork. There's no negative marking. So you should be enthusiastic about taking up examination. Now the next question I would like to take is by Cult. I believe on the lines on. Okay, that is a tough situation, but every examination has this kind of ratio that, like, 50,000 to 60,000, 1 lakh people appear for around 100 posts, or maybe 20 posts, or maybe 9 posts. So take it as a challenge, enjoy that challenge of taking the examination. Unless you enjoy the process of taking examination, it will not be easy for you to appear for if you're not happy about, like, excited about that, yeah, tomorrow I have to take this examination. Preparation का आपको ऐसा कभी नहीं लगेगा कि I am fully prepared for this examination. That you will never feel that. Whatever little experience of taking examination which I have felt is that you'll never feel that "Oh, I'm fully prepared for this examination." But anyhow, you have to appear for the examination. So be excited about it. Suppose you just कि क्या question आएगा, कोई भी question आए, I have studied enough. If I If I will put my mind to it, I'll be able to solve the question, and that's what you should think. Okay, next. No problem. Even I feel very less confident when I go and take examination. So I believe I have answered all the question. Any more questions? Please do ask. Or anything you want to know or discuss about. You are most welcome. So I think you should ask question fast because I'm waiting for the question. Because if you'll not ask question, I will not have a direction to speak on or discuss things. You can ask question. Okay, thank you. Okay. Bye bye. Any more question related to UGC NET examination June 2020? Uh, you want me to make videos on strategies? Okay, I'll make one strategies per video. Anything else? Let me note it down in my diary that I have to make videos on strategies. Please put the questions in the one more thing that I wanted to discuss, like many of the students in my comment section had asked about, like how to attempt the question paper. Suppose many ask, "Ki, should I do the paper one first or paper two first?" So what I used to do is that I used to uh, do paper one later. I used to attempt paper two first because I was good with paper. I used to solve paper two first, and when I'm done with paper two, I then start paper one because there are mathematical questions on higher studies, questions on reasoning, logical reasoning. So I felt that even if I don't know those questions, I'll not be feeling कि I'm not able to solve the question paper. अगर मैं पेपर टू पहले कर लूंगी तो मुझे एक फीलिंग रहेगा कि I have attempted these many questions, I am like pretty good with it. So that I used to do first, solve paper two and then go to paper one. Anything else? Do you want me to talk about GATE examination as well? Like whether you should go for GATE or you should go for NET or anything else? Oh, yes. World Literature Infused by Shankar Pandey sir is a good choice because it is a thick book and everything about all the writers, the basic details have been covered in that book. I too have that book in soft copy, so you can. That's a good book. You can study that. But for criticism and cultural studies and other topics, you have to refer to the books by different authors. Like for criticism, you can go for Peter Berry and stuff because criticism and other stuffs are not covered in that book. And also, like basic details of the writers have been covered in that book. Okay. Listen, the book list is not fixed. Book list is not fixed. Wherever you're getting good information from, you can cover that uh, part from that book. As far as the world literature in Fist is considered, it's a pretty good book for covering your basic information for. But net level question is like I have seen that net is leveling up its examination. So world interface merely won't be able to help you primarily to clear the examination. I would always say see previous year question paper and then decide which book to prefer or which book to study. Like books, like पीछे आप एक आपने पढ़ा होगा आपने लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में like solve the questions and then go to the generic and information. So see how questions comes and then you decide what information you have to read. And I've always said you should, if you're a beginner, you should start with history of English literature and basic English literature history ke books. You can go with Routledge, you can go with William J. Long, you can go with um, Edward Albert. Okay, I have made pretty good number of videos on UGC Net, and I am like thinking of making videos on particular writers, and like I am studying them in depth. So therefore, I think I should make a more of a educational content on like lecture content, not educational content that I make. Okay. Anything else that anybody wants to ask? I would love to answer. Okay, then should I end that session or do you have any other questions to ask? In next session, what writer should I cover? Like today I covered PB Shelley. In next session, what should I cover? Okay, I'll think of my own since there nobody is answering anything. So I'll think of my own what to cover. And that's all for today then. Should I take leave? I had planned of having 2 hour study session with you all, but since nobody is appearing and I'm feeling like little demotivated, but it's okay. Okay, in next session we'll do T.S. Eliot. Yeah, fine. I'll do T.S. Eliot. Okay, then. Thank you everyone for joining. That's all for today. Bye bye. Take care. All the best for your examination.